First of all, thank you all for joining for this first community of practice on education on DestinE and the use cases project. I'm Antonis Boratidis from Aristotle University and participating in this project. So we will try to facilitate and coordinate the meeting. First of all, this is the first meeting of this community, and as such, it would be a very high-level discussion on the main topics. I will go through some main points. The scope, first of all, is to create a community of practice on education related to the project, and to first to familiarize with DestinE and its components, as it is something not very well known to most people. So we need to first understand some things and then start sharing needs and ideas. And the main scope at the end is to see how we can exploit this digital twin of the Earth for education or for educational purposes in general, in the different and the different components of it. Therefore, the agenda will go through as follows. First, we'll have a tour de table via an online poll to be quick, and then we will have an overview of the platform of DestinE and the platform. After that, we will break into 3 breakout rooms, and this will be divided by, let's say, level of education, primary, secondary, and all the others. And you will be free to join any group you consider that you are more relevant or you would like to join. This will be strictly limited to 20 minutes, just to be everybody back in the main room in time. And we'll try to summarize the main points per question and have some feedback and reflection on discussion. And we'll also close with some future planning and next steps. Therefore, I would now ask my colleague Alexandra to launch the Slido to have the overview of who we are. So please try to answer these few questions. Okay. Wow, some are very unexpected. The good sense. Excellent. I guess the size of the letters also corresponds to the percentage of participation. So you can already get an idea. I guess Iceland is Ireland because R is close to T, so there's a typing mistake there, but okay, we understand. Mostly European, of course. Okay, I think we can go on to the second question then. Which has to do with your background, your discipline, the very high level categorization. As sciences, of course, will get the biggest percentage probably. But it's true that ESA in general, everybody's trying to see how all this can be used for other domains that are not do not come first in your mind. So we appreciate the participation from, let's say, disciplines that are not so common in in this, to participate in this kind of activities, but there is definitely a lot of room to exploit it. So it's really nice to see that we have some participation from other disciplines other than earth sciences and natural sciences as well. Okay. Okay, no mathematics. Okay. We can go on to the third question then. Now this is a really very generic categorization to keep the categories, I mean, few. But it's also directly related to the breakout room that we'll have later. Okay, I don't see it moving. Oh no, it is moving. Okay, so primary education is underrepresented, but this is not strange, I guess. Okay, good. I think we have a good idea. We can move on to the next. Now this question could have other components as well, but we just want to see the very basics. Strange that the sum of the percentages is more than 100, so I cannot imagine why this is happening, but it's interesting to see that we're more than 100%. It's because obviously because you have yes, you have the choice to tick both boxes. Yes, that's the reason. Okay, good. So some of you are active in both formal and non-formal education, which is great. And I think with this we close the poll, right? Perfect. Thank you. So the next part is to really have a brief overview of what DestinE is and what the DestinE platform is. So for this, I will ask Eleni Karachaliou to take over for the first part and then to pass it on for the video. Eleni?
Thank you, Antonis, very much. I hope you can see my screen in presentation mode, right? Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. I'm Eleni Karachaliou from the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki team, and I'm excited to welcome you here today. I'm very thrilled to see so many passionate enthusiasts from the education sector that join this community. And I would like to provide you with a general understanding of the DestinE initiative first, and what we want to do with this community of practice. So for those who are not already aware, Destination Earth is...
Sorry to interrupt, yes? We cannot see your full screen. We can see the PowerPoint.
Still? I'm so sorry. Let me... what about now?
No, still. You probably need to share your screen once you've opened the full screen mode, let's say.
Okay.
Or if you have the two screens, you should share the other screen.
Now?
Now we can see it in full screen.
Thank you so much for the help. So, what I wanted to say is that for those who are not already aware, Destination Earth is a flagship initiative of the European Commission to develop a highly accurate digital model of the Earth, as we call it, a digital twin of the Earth, to model, monitor, and simulate natural phenomena, hazards, and the related human activities. DestinE aims to unlock the potential of digital modeling of the Earth system at a level that represents a real breakthrough in terms of accuracy, local detail, access to information, speed, and interactivity. It is being co-developed by the so-called three entrusted entities: the European Space Agency, that is ESA, the European Centre for Medium Range Weather Forecasts, that is ECMWF, and the European Organization for the Exploitation of Meteorological Satellites, that is EUMETSAT. And each of these three entities is responsible for one of the DestinE initiative components. As we see, ESA is responsible for developing the DestinE platform, to which we will focus today, which is a platform that provides evidence-based decision-making tools, applications, and services based on an open, flexible, and secure cloud-based computing infrastructure. Data Lake is being implemented by EUMETSAT, and the digital twin and the digital twin engine is being implemented by the ECMWF. Here, today we represent the DestinE Use Cases project, which project aims to develop a set of use cases to demonstrate the value of Destination Earth in general and the DestinE platform in particular. This project is led by Starion Group in collaboration with Aristotle University of Thessaloniki and Trust IT. One of the main aims of the project is to actively engage the broad community of DestinE stakeholders, gather their recommendations, and encourage their direct involvement to the continuous evolution of DestinE and DestinE platform in particular. And we plan to support and do this by creating communities of practice. Here we are today, and this is one community of practice that is related to the education sector. And what we want to do with you, to identify DestinE platform user intent preferences for your sector, tap into the knowledge and expertise of individuals from different fields or industries to develop DestinE platform that will meet their needs, test and validate the developed feature and functionalities with you. In the case of this community of practice, foster collaboration between individuals, and of course support, adopt, and uptake the DestinE platform. We are not going to do everything today, but hoping this is to be the first of a series of meetings for this community of practice. We start by setting the scene, let's say, today, and understanding what DestinE platform is, and trying to gather some of your perceptions and understanding, and get prepared for an upcoming next meeting with this community. And now I would like to stop here and ask Alexandra to share a video where we will see a presentation of the DestinE platform, so you will be able to see what it is and think how it can be used in your sector for your needs. And this will help us go then to the breakout rooms and discuss more about it. So enjoy the video, and then we will see you in the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this introduction to the DestinE platform. We'll start with a quick overview. DestinE platform is one of the three Destination Earth core components, along with the data lake and the digital twins. It is in fact the cloud-based entry point to the Destination Earth initiative, and it is defined as an ecosystem of services. The objectives of the DestinE platform are to harness the power of DestinE. The platform provides direct access to the data and functionalities provided by the other DestinE components, as we said, the digital twins implemented by ECMWF and the data lake provided by EUMETSAT. to provide applications which, based on evidence, are useful for an informed decision-making, to integrate state-of-the-art technologies such as artificial intelligence tools and extreme-scale data analytics to advance simulation capabilities. The platform is built on an open, flexible, and secure European infrastructure. To support a diverse community of users, including citizens, scientists, academics, policymakers, to be an open framework allowing for integration of external service providers. Finally, the platform also plays a crucial role in advancing the broader objectives of the DestinE initiative, actively contributing to both the digital strategy and the Green Deal of the European Commission. It achieves this by promoting digital innovation and facilitating the efforts of society towards sustainability. The procurement of the platform is implemented by the European Space Agency. The DestinE Platform Consortium, led by CERCO, is made up of key European industrial partners to deliver a solution that integrates and uses proven capabilities for its successful implementation and operations. The Destination Earth system was launched in its first release on the 10th of June 2024 by the European Commission at the Euro HPC Lumi Supercomputer Center in Kajaani, Finland. On this official occasion, the DestinE platform was publicly opened. You can reach the platform on platform.destine.eu. The web portal provides the services catalog, to which we will have a look in a minute, details on the onboarding process for those service providers who wish to integrate their own service onto the DestinE platform and therefore boost their visibility, benefit from the platform's flexible, secure, and scalable infrastructure, and drive innovation. On the web portal, you can also find information on the latest updates, as well as the support area. Registration to the DestinE platform is currently restricted to selected user groups, although there are a number of services that are currently open to all. On the dedicated services section of the web portal, you can view the comprehensive catalog of services. These services are designed to cater to a wide range of users, from experts to non-experts, ensuring everyone can access and utilize the available data effectively according to their purpose and level of skills. Each service has its own interface to meet different needs. These interfaces include graphical user interfaces, application program interfaces, the APIs, command line prompts, etc. On the services webpage, you can filter the available applications by various categories, making it easier to find exactly what you need. Now, with the next few slides, we will have a quick look at the services that you can find in the catalog to show you examples of the variety of usage, but keep in mind that at the moment, only few services are available to use, and I'll point those out. Let's start with the data visualization services. These are easy-to-use applications that allow interactive visualizations of the data available on the platform. Minidea, which is one of the open services, is a lightweight component powered by the DEA service for previewing DestinE data from the climate adaptation digital twin data in an interactive way. It allows visualizing data on the globe in real time, showing, for example, the precipitation rates, the wind speed, or the temperature. It is very intuitive to use and can be included in external web apps or web page simply in the HTML iframe tag. This lab is also one of the services open to all platform users. It offers an intuitive graphical user interface and advanced 3D rendering technologies to provide a storytelling experience. It makes complex datasets accessible and understandable to a broad audience, allowing users to explore data extract the data they want to visualize, and build a custom representation around this data, changing, for example, the graphical aspect of the visualization in order to get the numerical data to be visualized based on the user's purpose and with no coding skills required. On the application currently available in the Scenes section, a user can add layers from available datasets, selecting, for example, from temperature to total precipitation or carbon monoxide values, choose the custom visualizations, and save the scenes for future use. With there, you will be able to explore the datasets hosted on the platform, add your own data to create a story, also add text, images, plots to the story, and then you can share your story with the community. Let's have a look now at the data access services. The Data Cache Management Service administers the data portfolio of the DestinE platform. Data is stored in a local archive on the platform, optimizing access times and facilitating efficient retrieval as needed. The Earth Data Hub service provides pre-processed analysis-ready data optimized for cloud computing. This is a solution aimed at simplifying the day-to-day work of developers and scientists through making complex data easily searchable and accessible through standard technologies and formats like Stack, Xarray, ZAR. The Eden service allows access to the datasets through either a web-based user-friendly interface or through APIs for a more programmatic approach. The harmonized data access service provided by EUMETSAT relies on the use of the Stack standard, an open specification designed to improve the discovery and accessibility of geospatial data. Polytope, provided by ECMWF, is an open-source web service offering access to hypercubes of DestinE digital twin data. Users can access data via the REST API exposed by Polytope or via a client Python package. Finally, amongst the data access services, we have Sesame, currently in the beta testing version, which acts as a bridge to access data served by different providers. The most common data are Earth observation products, but it also includes statistics data over Europe, and further data providers will be added in the future. Then we have a series of services under the user workflows category that are used to exploit and process data. For example, Insula provides two components, a code environment, which is the development environment, built on Jupyter Hub and Jupyter Notebooks, to integrate advanced Python libraries like Goodal, Rasterio, and Xarray. Insula also provides a processing environment that is available via both REST API and a user-friendly interface, which is designed to be accessible to everyone, regardless of their background in Earth observation. It allows users to search for data and exploit them with advanced analytics. Among the services in the modeling category, we find one of the services that are currently open to all visitors and which is in the beta testing phase. This is the Tourism Digital Twin service. It is presented in a user-friendly web interface and it's suited for tourism stakeholders as well as tourists. Through this service, users are able to monitor and anticipate the practicability of tourist activities according to environmental and weather conditions in a given territory. The service dashboard monitors several indicators across the territory like air quality, vegetation health, air temperature, rainfall, wind speed, etc. So users are able to calculate the compatibility between these indicators and the practice of tourism activities over a chosen period. The next steps for the DestinE platform will involve, amongst other activities and besides the definition of the user access policy, a series of improvements activities on the existing services, also to include new documentation, an increased data portfolio, and the integration of an artificial intelligence application development environment. In addition, we already have a series of services that will be published soon, as well as services that are still in the beta testing phase, for which we are gathering feedback to make improvements before we make them fully operational. I have mentioned earlier about the support that is available for users. There is a specific page in the web portal where you can access a series of frequently asked questions, then a specific area with services, documentation, and APIs. In addition, a series of further material like tutorials and a community forum will be added in the next few months. Of course, users can also contact us directly from the support page with their queries. So this concludes this overview of the DestinE platform. For the moment, I wish to remind you that you can access the web portal at platform.destine.eu, and you are welcome to get in touch with us for any query. We have also recently launched a LinkedIn page, which will be growingly populated with updates on the platform. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll try now to go to the feedback and reflection, where we'll take the questions one by one and try to see what each group has highlighted as the main important points. So I will have to do it like that because I need to take some notes. So let's go to the first question. What are the main current challenges for your specific level of education? In general, let's start with primary education. So
yes, although we were a small group, we have some material gathered. Some of the main current challenges were content in a native language, lack of knowledge from educators and lack of equipment, and also lack of time in the curriculum. Links and links to it are necessary.
lack of time in the curriculum, you said?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So let's go to the secondary education.
For the secondary education, also the lack of time in the curriculum came up as too much to teach, too little time. But also the teaching materials and access to appropriate data, as well as the engagement from students and the educators. So yes.
So lack of engagement from educators'
Lack of
part?
engagement, both from educators' part and the students' part. And yes.
Great. So for I'll take over the post-secondary and adult education. Here we had a very interesting input that said too many platforms, and we commented that we already had a lot of platforms, and now we're adding another one. So I don't know if this can be the whole umbrella platform for many things, but I think there's a point there. And it's true that they're changing all the time, and this is an issue, especially for educators who in general don't like, and they should not be forced to change platform every now and then, but to have a tool that is working. Then a point that is connected to that is keeping pace with all the advancements have to do with science and technology, informatics, and okay, one is the result of the other, so they are connected in fact, but we did not have any comments on a lack of let's say time, the curriculum and so on. So there is obviously more freedom in this part. So thank you. We will, of course, analyze all this later very much in detail, but let's go to the second question. Now, based on what you heard today and what other general knowledge you might have, what if the scope and main elements of DestinE are understandable and relevant for your specific level of education? So we start over again from primary education.
Yes, some of the majority of them could be relevant with some adjustments. And in general, usage of internet and data in early education are considered important to prepare students for higher education. So in that sense, DestinE can be also relevant for primary education. Yes, that's all.
Okay. Secondary education.
For the secondary education, the scope and main elements are mostly understandable and they seem relevant. However, they told us that they need to try them to see the relevance, the exact relevance.
I think this is absolutely natural, logical. So in our group for adult education, there was generally a positive answer. So yes, understandable, but also the too many services can be an issue because it's becoming chaotic and they don't know, might not know where to start from. And of course, there was a focus that okay, it will be more relevant for earth sciences, which is natural, but we had also some, let's say, good, nice input from people from social sciences, which is nice. So I don't see. I see in general there's a positive feedback with asterisks, of course, a lot of asterisks. So adjustments, need to try it and need to somehow be more focused, because otherwise we get lost in the too many services and also the too many platforms that we have seen earlier. So now we go to the third question: how could we benefit? So in which components of education could we benefit from DestinE? Eleni?
Well, for the primary education, and it looks to me very relevant, a playful environment linked to highly relevant content. So it can be a first step for young children, pictures, videos, and they can control first experience with media, internet, and digital content.
Okay. Is that it? Yes. Okay, great. Then Katerina?
For secondary education, DestinE Platform could provide resources such as data or other, and as well as it could be a place that where students could train their analytic and critical thinking skills. And also it was mentioned that it could also boost environmental awareness.
Great. Excellent. And for us in the third group, we had quite some input. It was nice to see that people think that also in social sciences they can exploit DestinE in some ways. Of course, in earth sciences, to understand the earth system processes and analyze data, visualization, modeling. Sorry if I do some typos here, just trying to be quick. And to get data and to get actually updated information. So for things that are happening today or yesterday and not 50 or 60 years ago, which students or learners cannot relate to. Okay, this was really highlighted. And then opportunities to advance research apart from enhancing learning and everything else. So, and there is a potential, significant potential, according to some of the participants. Okay, advancing research. Okay, we can then update all this, of course, more detailed. Now, the fourth question is related to the previous one, and we wanted to see which are the priorities. So, which of these potential uses we should focus, we should prioritize. So, Eleni?
Well, this is linked also to the answers to some of the previous questions and the first. So for the primary sector, different languages seem to be priority. So the content to be available in different languages, which is something logical when we have to do with very young children. Age range based content also. And appropriate media usage for young children?
Excellent. Katerina?
The need for different languages also came up to our breakout room, but also a more friendly and simplified interface, educational versions in order that teachers and students can log into a simplified version. GDPR also came up. And of course also seminars for teachers. They would like to have seminars in order to be trained on the platform in order to use it.
Excellent. I'm wondering GDPR in which sense?
We didn't discuss it further, but I suppose since children and students under 18 are logging in the platform, then about their data and stuff like that.
Okay. So in our case, in the adult group, adult education group, we mainly the main point that came up is up-to-date, high-quality data. And this came up more than once. So up-to-date, high-quality data, which are also important for research purposes, capacity building, and yeah, I think this is the okay, and tutorials on how to use it. So I think tutorial seminars also fall into the main capacity building in the same category. People need to be trained, need to get some, let's say, training on all this. Then, of course, age-related content, which can be more important for younger ages. Of course, as we also discussed, it's not necessary that the students or the learners are using the platform. It can be the teacher only that is using it for primary education. So this is one point that we need to take into consideration. I'm not sure if it's possible to adapt elements or components of the platform to be used by primary school pupils, for example. This needs to be checked in the future. And finally, we have the potential weaknesses or obstacles that we could have on the way to exploit DestinE. Eleni?
Yes, this is what you said, and also said that in the previous question, the secondary group, teachers might not know how to implement it in their lessons, and maybe it is too much information for young children to understand.
Katerina?
The language constraint came up again. Yes, time, software, and hardware constraints, because as already mentioned, too much teach too little time, but also they pinpointed that students use mainly tablets and they're not quite sure how this platform would look in a tablet. And they also said that the computers in the schools will take forever to load the specific platform, so time, software, and hardware constraints. Other needs in priority, so they told us that they may not use the specific platform because there are other needs that need to be addressed first. And about the UI, they once again mentioned that it's too complex, too complicated, and this may be an obstacle.
Okay, I have a question concerning the hardware or computers, like you said, in the schools. Because as we know, this is an online platform, so the only thing you actually need is a good internet connection. So I'm wondering if the discussion was about the internet connection.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, the internet connection came up because they told us that the internet connection is not reliable. So.
Okay, I've heard that not too often, so I can understand that in some places, some countries at least, have more issues than others. So I assume that using another device like a tablet should not be an issue in general, but it's something to be considered as well. So in our case, in the third group, there was again mentioned that there are too many platforms. So how can we push people to use this one, not the others? Then there is a lack of time from the teacher's perspective, of course, to prepare these resources. Sorry, to prepare. And another input had to do with skill gaps. So I guess I'm not sure if this is referring to only to the students or also to the teachers, but in both cases it is an issue. So we need to do what we mentioned in the previous question. So train people to cover these gaps, and if this is teachers, and then they can also try to fill the gaps of their students in using it. So as you can see, there are things that are common to all levels of education, and some things that, of course, are changing depending on the age range mainly. Of course, there are other components that could differentiate the answers from one category to another. And there are also different subcategories within these three that we could divide. But at this point, it's good to stay at this high level. So with this, we conclude this part. I would like to thank you for this participation and your input.